In this lesson, we continue to explore using formulas to find the surface area of three-dimensional objects. Now we're looking at pyramids. We're going to start with square pyramids. They're called square pyramids because the base is in the shape of a square. The formula for surface area, similar to what we found for prisms, but we have B plus 1/2 P times L. Again, B is going to represent, capital B that is going to represent the area of the base. Capital P is the perimeter of the base. Since this is a square for a base, we can use those formulas, the area for a square and the perimeter for a square, in order to calculate those. Now, L represents the slant height of the prism. The slant height is the height that is perpendicular to the base for each of the faces. So we're going to look at that in a second. So we have an example of a square pyramid. We see that it's a square. We have a 7x7 square for the base. It also has a slant height, as you can see. We have a right angle, and therefore the slant height is 6 inches. So that is perpendicular to the base of the face of this pyramid. So we need to write down those dimensions for the square pyramid, square being the key. The length of each side of the base is 7 inches. And then the slant height, again perpendicular to the base, is 6 inches. Now we calculate the area and perimeter of the base. The area for a square is one of the sides squared, or you can take it as 7x7. So you just multiply 7x7, which is the same as 7 squared. Either case, you get 49 inches squared. The perimeter, since all the sides are the same, we could either add up all the sides, which would be 4 sides of 7, or we can just multiply. And then 4 times 7, or 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, 28 inches. And then for the formula, we have the area of the base, which is 49, plus 1/2 times the perimeter, which was 28, times the slant height, which is 6. Okay, performing all of your calculations, you get 133 inches squared. Now to check, you could go back and use one of the earlier methods. In other words, you could find the area by finding the surface area, by finding the area of each of the individual faces, the base, and then the 4 faces around the pyramid. Or you can unfold this and turn it into a net and then find the surface area that way as well. No matter what the method, when you finish, you should get 133 inches squared. Now, if you have a triangular pyramid, again, this is very similar to the prisms. So if you have a triangular pyramid, that basically means that the base is also in the shape of a triangle. So the formula is still the same. But now when you look at the area of the base, you're going to be looking at the area of a triangle. Same thing goes for perimeter. The slant height, that hasn't changed. That still has to be the height of the face, so it has to be perpendicular to the base of those faces. So we have another example, and we can see the dimensions. And as before, might help to write those out. Now, the length of each side of the base is 6 meters. The height is 5 meters. Now we have to calculate the area and perimeter of the base. In this particular case, we're given the area of the base. Okay, we're told that the area of the base is 15.6 meters squared. So that's kind of a bonus, kind of nice that we've already been given that. However, we still have to calculate the perimeter. Simply enough, we just go around the outside. In this case, it's just 6 meters For each of the sides, we have 3 sides, so 3 times the 6 gives us 18 meters. Now that we have what we need for the formula, we can substitute those in. And again, it's the same formula. So we have the area of the base, which was given 15.6, plus 1/2 times the perimeter, which in this case was 18 meters that we calculated. And we have the slant height again, just showing again, going back to the drawing. We have our square that shows that this is perpendicular. Okay, and that's on the face, one of the faces. Okay, and that was 5 meters. Multiply, and we have 15.6 plus 45, and then we add those together. And we have a total surface area for this triangular pyramid of 60.6 meters squared. So again, depending on what shape the base is in, that dictates what we call the pyramid. Formula is the same. You just have to be careful when you perform your calculations, what type of base you have.